This is the Isinwheel electric bike, also known as the U1 Mini. When I first saw this e-bike, what stood out to me was how compact and sturdy it looked. The overall design feels modern, the lines are clean, and honestly, it doesn't look clunky or childish at all. It's got that smart balance between feeling agile and solid, and the basket on the front actually makes it more practical than a lot of other bikes this size. I bought this bike for my nephew, and if I'm being honest, I was a bit skeptical at first. Sometimes compact e-bikes either feel like toys or they end up lacking power. But after spending some time with the Isinwheel, I have to say, it surprised me. From my experience, the 500-watt motor is pretty impressive for a bike of this size. When you twist the throttle, you actually get a quick response. It goes up to 20 miles per hour, but for safety, especially with teenagers, I like to cap it just under that until everyone is comfortable. Taking it around my neighborhood, I instantly noticed how zippy it can be. Traffic in my area isn't crazy, but you do need something that accelerates fast enough to keep up, and this definitely does. One of the key features that made me choose this model is how versatile it is. It folds down nicely with handlebars and pedals that tuck in, so if you're short on space like me, it's a game changer. You can toss it in your car trunk after folding, or wheel it into an elevator without feeling like you need a moving crew. The seat adjusts for height, and I think that's perfect for a wide age range. My nephew's 14 and about 5'5", and I'm around 5'10". We both could set the seat up for a ride without much hassle. If you're between, say, 4'2" and 6 feet tall, this should be comfortable. There's also comfort built into the ride. The fat tires, about 14 inches, make a big difference if you're riding over bumps or uneven sidewalks. And although this model has a rigid, non-suspension fork, the tires soak up a fair bit of vibration. If you're new to e-bikes, that cushioned seat is something you'll appreciate after 15 or 20 minutes. I was worried at first it might feel stiff because some budget bikes have these rock-hard seats, but this one does the job when you're just cruising. It also comes with a set of features I wasn't really expecting for the price. The digital LCD display is easy to read, showing your current speed, battery level, and assist level. Speaking of battery, one thing I like is the 36-volt, 7.8-hour removable battery, which Isinwheel hides neatly inside the frame, so there's no weird battery bulging out. From my experience, I could get around 22 miles with mixed use, sometimes just throttle, sometimes using pedal assist. I definitely like to use pedal assist for longer rides since it extends the battery life, and if you top off the charge at night, you're pretty much ready for the next day. They claim up to 25 miles if you're using pedal assist mode most of the time, but if you use only the throttle, expect a bit less. Charging is another area where I had my doubts, because some bikes take way too long, but this one charges up in about 3 to 4 hours with the included charger, and you don't need to drag the whole bike inside if you've got limited space. Just slide the battery out and bring it in. For stopping, dual disc brakes at the front and rear made me feel much safer. A lot of budget bikes only have a single brake or weak cable brakes, but this e-bike stops well, even in the rain. I tested it on a wet morning and it was responsive. It's got integrated lights, front and back, which is actually a must if you ride at dawn or dusk. You don't have to mess around with cheap clip-on lights that fall off. Now let's talk about the different riding modes. You're not stuck using just the throttle or just pedaling. The bike has 3 options: pure electric, pedal assist, and regular cycling. For those new to e-bikes, pedal assist means the motor kicks in while you pedal, so you're getting a boost but you're still moving your legs. It makes longer rides easier, and for hills, you really notice the help. As for the pure electric mode, you don't have to pedal at all, just twist and go, which is fun and especially great if you're tired or just want to cruise. This bike says it can handle hills up to 15 degrees with automatic uphill recognition. What that means is, the motor senses when you're hitting an incline and gives you extra power without any weird lag. I tried a couple decent hills in my area and it made climbing a lot less effort. If you're tackling really steep hills daily, you might need to help with some pedaling, but for normal city use, this really works. I've seen people ask about the assembly, and I'm not a technician. I got the bike pretty much pre-assembled, just had to attach the handlebar, pedals, and seat. The instructions were clear enough, but don't expect it to be 100% put together straight out of the box. Give yourself about 20 or 30 minutes. The weight is about 45 to 50 pounds, so it isn't feather light, but I find it manageable for short lifts. Carrying it upstairs every day would get annoying, but for quick transport, trunk, elevator, storage, it's fine. For most adults or older teens, it's no big deal. As far as durability goes, the bike frame is carbon steel. From what I can tell, it feels solid. The fenders and other bits are the same material, and I can't see them cracking easily under normal use. The paint and finish look good. So far, it's taken a couple accidental scrapes with no issues. There are some things you might want to know if you're new to e-bikes in general. E-bike maintenance is mostly like regular bikes. Keep the tires inflated, keep the chain clean, and charge the battery regularly. One thing to watch for is making sure the battery is properly clicked into place. If you're rough with it, you can make it loose, but just double check before you ride. A question I had initially was about the wiring. After a couple of rides, I noticed some of the wires could be tidied up better. It's not terrible, but if you're picky about looks, some cable ties would help. There's nothing dangerous, just something to know for your own peace of mind. Build quality overall is good for the price, but if you're expecting a super high-end product, just manage that expectation. I've also heard of some people having issues with customer service when trying to work out replacement keys or small issues. Mine came fully functional, so I haven't had to deal with that, but it's worth looking up other user reviews if that's a concern for you. From my experience, this bike is perfect for city commutes, quick neighborhood rides, or zipping to class or work without the hassle of parking. If you're a student, parent, or even someone who just doesn't want a bulky, expensive e-bike, I'd recommend this for short to medium trips. My nephew loves it, probably the best endorsement I can give. He feels safe, and it actually makes him look forward to riding instead of grabbing a ride or using public transport. One more thing I want to mention, the basket. It's small, but for a backpack or some groceries, it does the trick. Some bikes totally skip the rack or don't bother with a useful front basket, but having it included really made going for errands simpler. In conclusion, the Isinwheel electric bike for adults with basket gives me everything I need for day-to-day riding without costing a ton or taking up a big chunk of space at home. It's got enough power, solid features, and comfort for most adults and teens, and the design is actually attractive. There are little things that could be improved, like the wiring and maybe a bit off the weight, but overall, it's a strong package for anyone curious about e-bikes or looking to replace those boring short commutes. I will update specific information about the Isinwheel electric bike in the comments. Don't forget to catch my next video.